What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Pointless Progress, episode number 12. Now, this one is going to be very special, and not just because it is number 12, the foot-long edition. European viewers, you won't get that one because you guys measure like you have brains, but this is special for a very different reason. Now, you'll notice in the background here, I'm actually mining some amethyst. I never do that, but I am now, and I will be as I edit this video, because I have a sudden need for some certain ammunition. And if you're thinking, Walk, the BOFA doesn't require any ammunition, what are you talking about? That's what you use. Yeah, you'd be correct about that one, but here's what's going on. We started filming for this episode like any other. Our raid was TOB, and we sent a lot of those. We did a little bit of pointless rolls. We'll get into those later on in the video, but I decided to take a quick break because a buddy asked me to send one challenge mode chambers. I agreed. Now, in that CM, we managed to pull a Dex. Pretty cool, but nothing too special. Of course, I was only there for one, but I cannot give up on the back-to-back, so we had to jump back in, and then this is what happened. Let's cut over there, and you may notice, first off, that we failed Perfect Golem Trio, tragically there, but you may also notice, if you're very observant, that there's a little something in the chest right there, and it's a new type of bow. Yes, it is a twisted bow. Now, I wasn't filming as we got the drop because our raid was TOB, and I was just here briefly, but there it is in the chat box. We got it in the loot chest. We finally managed to pull a new log slot, and that is indeed in the collection log. It means nothing more to me than an extra 1 out of the 15-20 slots. Nothing special about this one, but I thought I would make a little video dedicated partly to testing it out. There we go, in the clan chat. Everyone's happy. Look, I'm having a great day. And I know I usually do a bunch of rolls in these videos, but I figured I could either stick to my principles and make the episode as normal, or take advantage of my one opportunity in my life to actually enjoy playing this game and take this to a few different items. There it is. Look at it on our character. Absolutely beautiful. The one thing I will miss is that stoplight crystal. Unfortunately, we're going to be repping Masori from here on out. But let's go ahead and check this out at a few bosses. Now, first, I mentioned this was the back-to-back, so you know we had to run back in for another potential back 3-back, which is exactly what I did, and there we are, back-to-back in my name, into the Ancestral Robe Top, the 2 most valuable chambers drops. Now again, I wasn't filming as this dropped, and I realized that I should probably learn my lesson about that one, so when we went for the 4th, I actually threw on the camera beforehand. And here we are, checking that one out. White light, no good, but it was a drop in my boy's name. That is 4 drops in a row at Chambers. Now, I don't have film of the decks. I could be lying, but I'm not, so take it at that. Getting into the back 5 back here, we managed to actually pull some Grimy Quorum and Silver Ore. Finally, the streak was over, which I was actually relieved about. I wanted to go to bed. I had to work in the morning, but it was time the next day to test this bad boy out at a number of bosses, so let's see how it performs. First place I wanted to take it was Zulrah. Now, something I noticed here, it's pretty hard hitting, but it's a little inconsistent, and the max was only 50, which was deeply disappointing to me. I thought I'd be hitting way higher numbers, and by the way, just for the record here, if you expect to learn anything new about the TBow in this video, you're in the wrong place. This thing's been out for, I think, around 10 years now. I've just never had one, and I'm going to have fun using it. Check that 47. Fuck yeah. This guy used to be the biggest, baddest beast in the game, and now he's got absolutely nothing on me. But yeah, you're just going to see me having fun using the TBow. I'm not giving you any crazy tips. 50 max. He sucks. And this was my very first kill. I didn't want to be biased, but you can see there are a lot of big hits coming up, so I'll keep killing it. Have some fun, and see if, who knows, maybe we can get something, or possibly we'll pull the Magma Mutagen on our very first kill. RNG in this video, absolutely off the charts. That was legit my first test kill. On the note of the crazy luck, let's just check out my Zulrah log, because I know it's wild. I've got 1,300 kills, and we've got both mutagens and the pet. The helm I got pre-log, but that's a pretty wild Zulrah log, I would say so. And we did 15 test kills here. We never broke our PB, but here we are on number 15, and something a little special comes up again. Tanzanite Fang, off the charts. And that was a slow kill. Usually they were around a minute, but since it was the drop, I threw it in. And next, it was on to Muspah. There were no cool drops here, unless you count these XP drops. Look at that, over 500, 224. That one's not great, but this was a pretty quick kill I had. We were streaming, checking out the power of this bad boy. There's a 581 XP, not even a max hit, 70. I would say overall at Muspah, it was doing a lot more work than at Zulrah, 63. This thing just absolutely tears through him. I think the fastest kill I managed to get was 140, which is just 10 seconds off the GM time, and that was just from going to Muspah for a little while. So I was having a blast here. I'll definitely be using it here a lot more. Overall, definitely enjoyed it here more. Plus, it enabled me to do this cool skip at the end. I'll cut to one of the kills where I did that. Never knew about this one before, but if you hit it twice, you can just bypass the entire smite phase and get it done. Our kill there was slow, but point is, we managed to skip it. If we can get it all put together, I'll have a free GM task, so that's pretty neat. Muspah, TBow, 10 out of 10. After that, it was on to Sara. Now, I figured might as well pick up an ACB, really get my range upgrades in, and it started off strong here. Check out these drops on Commander Zilliana, 203 XP, massive, 37. Another big hit, 248. The 45. This thing was tearing up for the first half of this kill. And right about here is where I started to learn an important lesson about the TBow. And this held through for basically all of my Sara kills. It smacks, but its accuracy is shit. Look at how many zeros we've hit in a row here. After smacking first, now we've already hit 5 in a row. That's bigger than our perp streak at Chambers. Terrible. 7 in a row. You can see the joy leaving my eyes as I realized that the TBow is not the god weapon I thought it was. Might as well alk this thing. Honestly, the kill speed wasn't that different from the Bofa here. So, unfortunately, at Commander Zilliana, I'm going to give the TBow 5 out of 10. That's all it gets. Maybe we can take it somewhere else and get it a little better. And I killed about 20 of these things, so I ran the numbers. This happened a lot. This was a particularly bad kill, but happened a lot. There we go. 336. Easy 61 to knock her out. Great kill. For our final test here, we had to take it over to Toa. You know it. And there we go. 72 off the rip on Zabak. Not even a max hit. I waited to do him last, which is abnormal, but I wanted an overload to make sure I was getting the absolute biggest hits here that I could. 76. All I can say is this shredded him. Now, it's only really any use at Wardens and Zabak, but at those two places, it was tearing it up. This was easily the fastest croc I have ever had. And on the Wardens, it was pretty nice too. See, I'm just demolishing him. I think you kind of get the idea here. This was like a 2-minute croc. It was lovely. And then, of course, at the ending Warden, it was tearing it up, a 57 there. We'll give you a little flavor for the kind of hits that we were seeing. Now, I was only in a 300 invo. I'm kind of curious if I ramp it up, if it'll get better or worse. 73 casual, just because it hits off of magic defense, and that would be higher in a higher invo. So I don't know. We'll pick up the raid invo level and see if we hit more or less with it. But I was just enjoying crushing the solo 300 and looking at those 60 pluses. A casual 63 right there. I'm just going to be having a good time. All right. I'm sorry. You can't take me off of this high for a while. Ooh, 69. Very nice. And as a reward for our lovely raid here, we managed to get a white chest. Who would expect anything else? Back to your regularly scheduled Pointless Progress programming for a bit now. There will be plenty more TBow testing to come in the future, guys, and if you want to see any of it live, I'll definitely be taking it all over. Check out my Twitch if you like to see it live, twitch.tv/walkescape1. Now, in the meantime here, I know this has been a very chaotic episode, but I did start out filming it like any normal Pointless Progress, and our role was Shades of Mor'ton. So cue that. Let's just see. We killed 100 of the highest tier shades and burned them all for about 85 keys. And here we are starting off with our first inventory. And there we are. Number 2 is gold locks. So we have an extra 83 keys that we didn't need. Took us about 2.5 hours to get all of that together. And now I feel silly because I could have been done in like 5 minutes, but I decided to go ahead and keep opening them. I had them. I wasn't going to save them for the next time that I rolled. So let's see, cut ahead in this gold key brown inventory. And there we are, the blood bark book thingy, another log slot. So that's 2 in one inventory. We did burn through all of the rest of the keys and got nothing else new, but 2 log slots there. Very nice. You can see these occurred before the twisted bow. Just after this, we went to challenge mode and changed our life. But before we hit challenge mode, we did hit TOB. That was our raid roll. Starting off, first kill here, 259. And we did a lot of these because I was just dreading the pointless rolls. I wasn't feeling it. I was like, I'll just film a bunch of TOB ahead of time. Here we go, back-to-back vials of blood, and I'll get out the pointless rolls later. But I was ultimately bailed out from even having to do that because I pulled a TBow. Here we go, I don't do my elite clues. Had a sneaking suspicion there, don't roast me. But that did remind me to do the one that I had sitting in my bank, so maybe we'll be able to pull another here before it's over. Got a few more vials of blood, can't complain. KC all the way up to 270. We really rolled through these. I had no idea that I could have been getting TBows the whole time. And here we go, a buddy getting the Avernic Defender hilt. Not a buddy, just a random guy on my team. Screw him, should have been my purple, should have been a scythe. I wanted 2 mega rares in one video. That would have been the move. 275. And there we go, the elite. It was a good idea to do it. And our last chest here, number 278 for 20 TOBs. Literally never lucky. When will I catch a break? Onto our final section for the video. We've got 4 elite caskets instead of 3 because we did it. 2 hards, a medium, and a beginner. Let's go. See if we can finish it off with 1 more log slot, possibly. Quick master, nice. That's our last elite though, so I'm just going to bank that and open the rest. Ooh, ancient kite shield, very nice. 1 more log slot down. Maybe a quick ranger boots to end it. No, never is. Well, pretty nice though, 1 log slot there. That brings us to 4 total in the episode, all equally important. There you have it, guys. That will be a wrap on our most unhinged and luckiest pointless progress ever. Just a little look at the Chambers log here. Absolutely gorgeous. I was scared I was going to be drawing the TBow because I was spooned on everything else, but no. Now it is officially completed. All we need is the twisted buckler. Damn, really want that one. Tragic, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching if you made it through to the end. And a quick note in general on this series. I'm going to keep at it, but my uploads will be a little slowed the next 5 weeks or so because I'm moving across the country and I got a lot of logistics to take care of for that one. But keep an eye out. I'll keep uploading and I'll keep doing a couple like skits and humor-based videos. So stay tuned. They'll be around. But if I'm a little slow now, don't worry. It'll pick back up again soon. Catch you guys in the next one.